My child, return to love. My beloved child, when the night falls and your heart is swallowed by silent echoes, I know you are weary. I see the cracks in your soul you thought had healed, yet bleed again when old memories rush in like cold wind in the midnight air. You've tried hard, I know. You've been strong, I see. But even the strongest need a place to fall, a place to cry freely for the pain they never dared to name. And that place, my child, is me, the one who forever waits for you, without judgment, without condition. I am peace in a chaotic world. I am the light at the end of the tunnel when you feel lost. I am the voice of love amidst the screams of fear and despair. Dearest child, let me tell you this. Your pain is not punishment. It is my invitation. An invitation for you to return. To remember that you were never meant to bear it all alone. You don't have to fight every storm by yourself, for I am the one who carries you through every valley, who walks with you through every wilderness of your life. O wounded soul, let me touch you. Not with hands, but with a heart that never sleeps, a heart that beats with every joy and every sorrow of yours. Speak to me. Tell me everything, your hidden fears, your deep wounds, your lost dreams stolen by the harshness of life. Place them in my hands, and you will see. Nothing is wasted. No loss is in vain. No tear is unseen. My child, if today you feel tired, rest. If today you feel empty, be still. Not to give up, but to listen to the voice within. For in that silence, I will speak to you in the language of the soul, a language beyond words, only received by an open heart. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are not a failure. You are simply a child learning to walk in a world full of thorns. And I, your Father who loves you, will walk with you through every trembling step. Every tear has value. My beloved child, I have seen every tear you've shed in silence. The ones no one noticed, the ones no one wiped away, but I did. Each of them is not only sorrow, but also a mark of strength, that you're still alive, still feeling, still hoping amidst the many trials of life. You must understand that tears are not signs of weakness. They are the language of the soul. They are prayers without words, the most honest cries of the heart. And I, with boundless love, hear every drop as if it were your whispered plea. There are wounds no one understands, pains that remain unseen. But I see them, and I do more than watch. I sit beside you. I suffer with you. I carry it with you. O weary soul, lift your head. You don't have to run from your memories. Stop. Let me hold you with a gentleness that no hand on earth could give. I do not come to judge, I come to soothe. Not to question, but to comfort and restore your faith. Did you know? In the first gaze I cast when I created you, I saw it all. The sorrow you would face, the falls you would suffer. But still, I breathed life into you. I still gave you a soul because I knew, even in your weakness, you were worthy of love. If your heart feels empty today, don't be afraid. That emptiness is the space where I long to enter. If everything feels like it's falling apart, remember, what is old must break before something new can be born. My child, do not fear change. Do not fear the fall. For even at the bottom of the deepest pit, my arms are still reaching for you. Sometimes, miracles begin at the moment you thought it was all over. And I tell you this, you don't need to become worthy to be loved. You already are. You don't need to prove anything to me. You only need to trust and let me do the rest. Even amidst ruin, hope remains, my child. I know you're living through stormy days, mornings where you don't want to rise, nights where you long to disappear into the darkness. You feel like everything has collapsed, from your trust to the people you once relied on. I've heard the silent cry of your soul. God, why me? Why now? And you thought there was no reply. But hear me now. I have never been silent. I've been whispering. Only the noise of the world drowned me out. If your heart is broken, don't rush to tape it together with forgetting or false strength. Let me be the one who heals it. I don't just mend, I renew. I breathe life into ashes. I bloom flowers from barrenness. Believe this, no matter how violently life strikes, inside you lies a sanctuary of peace untouchable by the world, for that's where I dwell. O trembling soul, don't be afraid of an unknown future. Don't panic when all your plans unravel. For I speak truth. Often what crumbles is merely making space for what I am building. Stronger, truer, more beautiful. You don't have to understand everything. Just trust. Faith doesn't erase the storm, but it makes you stand through it. I won't promise a life without pain, but I do promise you'll never face it alone. Even in failure, I still love you, my child. There are moments when you fail, not because you are unworthy, but because you're learning. The loss you suffered may actually be me removing burdens from your shoulders. You blame yourself, but I never did, because I know every soul needs time to grow. I do not demand perfection. You don't have to hide your scars from me, your mistakes, your regrets, your weak moments. I don't love you less when you fall. In truth, it is in your most broken moments that I draw closest. Don't measure your worth by achievements or by others' praise. You are not valuable because of what you do, but because of who you are. My beloved creation, marked by my image, filled with breath from my spirit. So, forgive yourself. Let go of what was. Allow yourself to begin again, whether it's the first time or the 1,000th. I am not waiting at your victory. I'm already here in your valley. I don't turn away when you doubt. I don't leave when you're lost. All things shall be made good. My child, you may not understand why certain things happen. You may wonder, if God loves me, why am I in pain? But listen to me now. Every sorrow, every broken piece, every dark moment, when placed in my hands, will be turned into something good. I am the one who turns broken glass into stained beauty. I use pain to teach compassion. I transform loss into light for others who wander. You don't need to understand. You only need to surrender. When you give me your life, I guide it. When you let me hold your wounds, I heal them. Don't despair if you don't see the light yet. The sun still rises even when you sleep. Miracles are being born even when you doubt. My love does not depend on your emotions today. It simply is. You are not alone on this journey. My beloved child, I see you walking in silence. No one knows the weight you carry. They only see your smile, but they don't hear the sighs echoing in your soul. But I hear, I see, and I weep with you. Remember this. Even when the world turns away, even when friends abandon you, even when you feel invisible, I am here. I have never left you, not even for a single moment. In the moments when your heart feels the emptiest, that is when I am the closest. You think I am absent, but you forget. Sometimes I do not speak in words, but in my presence. Not in thunder, but in the gentle whisper within your soul. I did not create you to walk alone. I placed people around you, not perfect ones, and sometimes they hurt you, but even through them, I shape your heart, teach you love, and grow your compassion. Above all, I want you to know this. Let me be your companion, first and forever. No one knows you like I do. No one loves you like I do. You may not see me with your eyes, but look through faith. Faith is the eye of the soul. It sees what your heart yearns for when everything else fades. When you are tired, rest in my love. My child, this life is not a race with no end. It is not about who finishes first. It is not about who suffers the least. It is about who keeps their heart tender amid the harshness of the world. That is the soul I bless. You have tried too hard. You've sacrificed too much. But you've forgotten, even trees need winter, the sea needs stillness, and the wind needs rest. Your heart, too, needs time to heal. I don't blame you for collapsing. I don't get angry when you complain. I don't demand that you get up right away. I only long for this. Let me be the place where your soul finds rest. Breathe. Place your hand over your heart and remind yourself, I don't have to carry this all alone. Let me lift you up on the wings of life, a life not measured by success, by fame, or by people's opinions. My child, allow yourself to rest, not to give up, but to be held, to be soothed, to receive back the strength you've lost from exhaustion. Did you know? The moment you release control is the moment I begin the miracle. You only need to rest. Let me handle the wonder. My love is not a reward. It is your beginning. My beloved, have you ever thought you had to earn my love? That only if you were good enough, holy enough, strong enough, I would finally love you? If so, you've misunderstood me. My love is not a reward for goodness. It is the starting place for everything. It's the foundation. From this love, you find the strength to be kind, to forgive, to rise again. I don't love you because you're good. I love you because I am love. Love that doesn't measure. Love that isn't conditional. Love that just is. You don't have to fight to win my heart. It has always belonged to you. You don't have to prove yourself to be accepted. You already are. Even when you're lost in shadows, even when you doubt me, I still love you. So don't let your past mistakes tell you you're unworthy. You don't have to be worthy. You only have to say yes. Because my love is the place where you can begin again. No permission needed, no perfection required, just your open heart, ready to return and receive. In the deepest pit, a flame still burns, my beloved child. I know there are days when you don't want to open your eyes, nights when you silently wish everything were just a long dream, so you wouldn't have to face a harsh and unforgiving reality. Your soul, once radiant like dawn, now feels like cold ashes after a storm too long endured. But listen, my child, in the deepest pit, a flame still burns, small, fragile, but alive, and I am the one who keeps that flame from dying. When hope in you has vanished, when your legs tremble with weariness, I whisper gently into your soul, I am still here. That flame doesn't need to blaze bright. It only needs to exist, and I will do the rest. I will breathe upon it with my love, with my grace, and the fire of life will return, slowly, gently, faithfully. You don't have to rise up today. You don't have to force joy or pretend strength. You only need to want to live, to love, to be healed. And even that smallest desire, I will receive like a treasure. I do not rush you. I do not push you. I come and sit beside you in the silence. I wipe away the tears you haven't yet cried. I hold the thoughts that are collapsing inside your mind. And I whisper, you do not have to walk through this darkness alone. In that pit, I begin again, rebuilding you not as you once were, but as someone even more whole, more courageous, more real. And you will not merely survive, you will live. You will bloom again among the ruins. Suffering is not a sentence, it's a doorway. My precious child, perhaps you've asked, Why me? Why this pain? Has God forgotten me? I know the ache behind those questions, and today I answer with this truth. Suffering is not a sentence, it's a doorway into something deeper, something sacred. I did not create your pain, but I can use it. I can use it to teach you gentleness, to teach you how to love more deeply, to make you stronger in the softest way. Your wounds are not signs of weakness, but of growth. Each scar is a place where my light has entered. You don't need to hide the ache. Let me touch it. Let me sit with it. Let me heal it, not by erasing it, but by transforming it. You may not see the purpose now. You may feel lost, but I promise you this: nothing is wasted in my hands. Sometimes the greatest blessings are born from brokenness. Sometimes the most radiant light emerges from the darkest nights. Sometimes what feels like the end is the beginning of grace. So trust me, not because you understand, but because you are loved. Let me walk with you through this pain, and together we will turn your wounds into windows, your tears into rivers of compassion, and your despair into songs of hope. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are still mine. Let love be your choice. My child, every morning when you wake, you have a choice: fear or love, bitterness or forgiveness, anger or gratitude. These small daily choices are how you are building your life, stone by stone. I have given you freedom. Even I do not force you to love, to believe, to forgive. But I gently invite you. Choose what is good, for it leads to life. And the most sacred choice of all is love. You can choose resentment, because yes, you've been hurt. But you can also choose to let go, so that your heart can breathe again. You can choose to close your heart because of disappointment. But you can also choose to open it, because kindness still exists. You may feel you don't have enough love to forgive. Then borrow mine. Let me love through you until your own heart is full again. Love is not just a feeling, it is an action, a decision repeated again and again, every day, every hour, even when you don't feel like it. And in choosing love, especially when it hurts, you reflect me more than ever. You are the light, because I am the light in you. Shine, not because the world is already bright, but because light is what you are. Forgive, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Love, not because it's easy, but because it's who you were made to be. I know your name. You are not forgotten. My beloved child, among billions on this earth, you sometimes feel small, invisible, forgotten. You wonder, does God even know I exist? Am I just a speck in this vast universe? Hear me clearly now. I know you. I know your name. And I have never, ever forgotten you. Before you were formed in your mother's womb, I knew you. Every hair on your head, every tear you've ever cried, every time your heart trembled, I saw it all. You are not a number. You are not an accident. You are my treasure, carved into the palm of my hand. Your heartbeat is a melody I cherish. Your gaze, your sighs, your silence, they're all seen, felt, loved. There is nothing you can do to make me love you more. And nothing you have done makes me love you less. My love does not rise and fall with your failures or feelings. It simply is. My child, if today you feel invisible, remember, I see you, and I don't just see, I love. If you were the only soul on earth needing saving, I would still come. I would still stretch out my hands. I would still choose the cross. Just for you. A healing soul is a grateful soul. My child, there is a mysterious strength I've placed within you, a key to peace in the middle of life's storms. It is called gratitude. You may ask, how can I be thankful when everything around me is falling apart? But hear this. It is in pain that gratitude becomes your highest act of faith. Gratitude does not deny pain. It simply declares that light still exists. Gratitude is not pretending everything is fine. It is believing that goodness still surrounds you, even when unseen. When you wake to a sad morning, give thanks for breath. When someone hurts you, give thanks that you still have a heart that feels. When you've lost something, give thanks that you still have yourself, and that self is still held by me. You will discover life holds countless miracles, a smile, a breeze, a sunset, a kind word. Each one is my gift, whispers from heaven reminding you, I am still here. To be grateful, even when you have little, is to live richly. To be thankful for the small is to open yourself to the great. Gratitude is healing. Gratitude is power. Gratitude is worship. Oh, not fear your past. It doesn't define your future. Oh, soul weighed down by regret, I know what you've done. I know there are things you wish never happened, decisions you want to take back, words you wish you never said. But listen to me. Your past is not a prison, it's a classroom. Do not let what happened before chain your feet in place. It no longer holds the power to define who you are, unless you allow it to. You may have broken things, made mistakes, gone astray, but you are not broken beyond healing. I don't look at you and see the sum of your errors. I see a child learning, a heart that has been wounded but still beats, a soul that has fallen but now stands. Forgive yourself, child. Stop rehearsing the shame that I've already forgiven. Let go of the guilt I've never held against you. Lift your eyes and come toward me. I am not standing behind you, trapped in your yesterday. I am ahead, calling you into a new day. I will take your hand and never let go. I do not remind you of your sin as a stain, but as stones that I now use to build your strength, your wisdom, your compassion. Let your past be a teacher, not your identity. Let me redeem every part of it, yes, even the worst ones, because I can, and I will. Your story does not end with regret. It begins again with grace. Today is the day to begin again. My beloved child, if you've been waiting for a sign to begin again, this is it. Not next week, not when you're better, not when everything makes sense, but now, this very moment. You don't need to fix everything first. You don't need to become someone else. You just need to say yes. Yes to my love. Yes to my healing. Yes to me. Breathe deep. Let go of the fear. Let go of the shame. Let go of what didn't go right. Let go of what you couldn't control. Let it fall to the ground, so something new can rise. Today is not too late. Today is not too broken. Today is not too empty. Today is the doorway to a different future. I am here, arms open wide, not waiting to judge, but waiting to embrace. Not waiting to ask why you took so long, but ready to say, welcome home. Let me rebuild what was ruined. Let me restore what was lost. Let me redeem what was wasted. Because nothing is ever truly wasted when it's placed in my hands. So walk forward, one step, even trembling. And know this, you are not alone. You are not too far gone. You are not unloved. You are mine. From this day forward, let love lead. Let peace dwell. Let purpose rise. And let your soul finally rest in me. Amen.